Journal Record editor Ted Struley joins us to discuss other stories making news in business this week. Ted, thanks for being with us.
Glad to be here.
Well, the third time proved to be the charm for OG&E's plan for coal scrubbers. Fill us in.
It did. They had two other proposals before the Oklahoma Corporation Commission that were not approved. This one, for $500 million, will allow them to put scrubbers on the Red Rock power plant to come into compliance with some air regulations. They will have to come back with a whole separate case, though, to figure out how they're going to pay for that.
The tobacco industry is ramping up attacks on a plan to raise cigarette taxes. What's their argument there?
Well, they're making the case that when you raise taxes on cigarettes, you don't realize nearly as much of the money as you project, and they've got statistics from other states to back up that argument. The proposal that's being bandied about right now suggests that raising cigarette taxes about $1.50 a pack would raise some $182 million a year to help fund some rebalancing of Medicaid.
There's a bill in the works to fix Oklahoma's workers' comp law. What's at issue?
Well, the workers' comp law famously in a couple of places was found unconstitutional. This bill is going to try to fix those loopholes and adjust the bill so that it both complies with the Constitution and keeps most of the provisions of the workers' comp revamp in place.
Turning to the medical field, a bill tying doctors' licenses to abortions is coming under fire. Can you explain that?
Right. Well, it would essentially define abortions as unprofessional conduct. So any doctor who engages in unprofessional conduct is then no longer able to get a license. So we don't really think that bill is going to make it very far and would certainly be challenged in the courts, but it's another effort to address that issue.
And a bankruptcy ruling has unsettled Oklahoma's pipeline industry. What's the concern?
Right. Well, this was a case in New York that said that when an oil company or gas company files a Chapter 11 bankruptcy, they can go back and renegotiate what they're paying to transport their product through those pipelines. That could be a huge, huge deal for the pipeline companies and how much revenue they can get.
All right. And finally, Ted, what are you guys working on for next week?
There's a geologist that has a theory about a major fault running through the state. He's getting some help from the energy industry to investigate that. We'll have a story the early part of next week.
All right, Ted Struley with the Journal Record. Thank you for being with us.
My pleasure.